I have a question for you. Would you prefer a movie where anybody can die at any time? Or would you prefer a movie that nobody ever dies? Me personally, I prefer a movie where anyone can die at any time. I feel it's more exciting that way. Not that movies that people don't die is not exciting. It's just that the threat of life and death in a series is always very exciting for me. But what do you think? Which would you prefer? A movie where nobody dies or a movie where everybody can die? Comment below, let me know. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about The Platform 2. The Platform 2 is a sequel to the Platform film that came out in 2019, and it just expands on that story. If you've not seen The Platform, the original The Platform, it's a story where there is a pit kind of system where there are layers and layers and layers of prisons, and a singular platform of food is lowered each section, and each prisoner in each section has access to the food. And you're not supposed to take more food than the food you ordered when coming into the pit. That's what they call it. But there's so much food in this platform, and they just lower this thing, and the platform keeps going down, and people on this platform get to take food. And it always favors people that are on the top platform because they have access to so many food, and people at the bottom of the platform, they rarely ever get food. So it's kind of like a system, a class system, where the people above get all the greatness and people below barely get anything. I'm not sure I'm explaining it well, but that's what the concept of the platform movie is about. And this platform too, it kind of expands on that story. First of all, I didn't think there was going to be a platform sequel. Like, I feel like it's a kind of story that is one and done because the first film was so good. Like, it blew my mind. The concept of it, that there's this platform that lowers down and serves prisoners food, and that concept was just very, very exciting and very intriguing. Again, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this well, but if I didn't explain it well, you can just check IMDb or something and see how they describe it. But man, the synopsis of that film is very exciting. And the platform film, like I said, is not a film that I feel like deserves a sequel. So when I saw that there is a part two, I'm like, what more did they want to tell with this story? Like, is this Netflix doing their thing again and ruining a film that is already good on its own? But I said, let me just check it out because I really like the platform film, the first one, and I wanted to see what they would do with this one. So I did not have high expectations, but I went into the film to see it because of my love for the original film. And I have to say, I enjoyed this film more than I thought I would because I had so much feeling that Netflix would just fumble this film. But it was very exciting. It was not as good as the first one because the first one is like you are being thrown into a world that you've never ever been before, and you see some things that just shock you and things they are not expecting. So that first one has this feeling of originality to it, of something you've never seen before. But this second one does not have that feeling because you know what to expect because you've seen the first one. But still, it's a very good story that stands on its own. But this film, I really, really liked it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. One of the things I like with it, and I think it's something that happened in the first film as well, is the social commentary. And like I said in the beginning of this video, the platform thing is kind of like a class system where the people at the top, they get all the good food in this instance, and the people below, they barely get anything. So let me see if I can try and explain it again. In the first floor, there's so much food, all the food you could ever imagine. The first people, they take out their food or take any food that they can. The second floor, they take whatever they can. The third floor, they take everything, and they keep going down, going down, going down, going down till they get to the 333rd floor. Sorry for spoiling that detail. But so that's just trying to explain how people just keep taking food, and what will get to the people at the bottom. So it's a very, very interesting thing, and the social commentary of it is very, very profound because if you can think about it like our society, the things that happen in our society. The people at the top, the people that reach the 1% of the 1%, they get all the things that they need. They get everything that they want, everything that they long for. They get it. But the people at the bottom, we have to struggle. We have to we have to kill ourselves. We have to struggle to get anything. And that story and the way it just relates to our society was just very profound, and it moved me. And that was something that happened in the first film. That was one of the things I gained from the first movie. But since I did not review the first movie and it happened in this second movie, that's why I'm telling you about that detail. And this story expands on the second story. It doesn't expand so much, but it expands to some level. For instance, there's this religion element to it. Some people in this story, they feel like they should be the law because you're in a prison system and there is no law. Just take the food. Like, they're just giving them food, they should do as they please. There is no law. So some people they take matters into their own hand, they take law into their own hand, and they become the law. They enforce the law and make sure that people are taking just the food assigned to them. And I'm sure you can guess that causes problem because some people don't believe in these people. Some people feel like they are doing the right thing. And when I think about it, it can relate to religion in our modern day because religion is like what is upholding the law in our modern day. And some people don't believe in it, while some people believe in it. Some people literally kill for their religion, while some people will be like, for this thing they are doing, I'm going to go against you with all my power. So just seeing that element in this film, how it is explored in this film, was another thing that I really liked. And it was very, very deep, the way I was seeing it and just relating it to our normal life. The way they explored that theme of religion was so, so good. There is also a theme of greed in this film because I'm sure you can imagine people that have access to so many food, they'll take as much as they can, don't not even caring about the people that are below them. They take as much as they can, and the way greed is explored in this film is done very, very well. There's one additional detail that I missed when describing the plot of the film. Like I said, there's a prison system, the platform lowers and provides food. But every month, people are changed in their cells. Like someone in cell 300 today could be in cell 1 next month. Someone in cell 1 today could be in cell 25 next month. So there's this random thing, and people are always changing and going up and going up and going up. And that's another thing that's just very, very interesting with that whole story. Man, I love this story so much, and I love the originality of it. And this second film, it did not let me down. I really, really enjoyed it. It is intense, it is thrilling, it is brutal, it is chaotic, it is barbaric, like all the bad words. Like you see some shocking things and some very, very gory things. Like if you're someone that likes horror, like body horror kind of horror, if you watch this film, it will satisfy some urges that you might be having. But man, this film is so good. It has something for people that are thriller fans, people that are horror fans, and there is even some little bit of comedy in it if you like that kind of sadistic comedy. But as good as it was, the ending, it kind of lost me because the ending was kind of confusing for me. They were trying to be artistic with the ending, but to me, it did not make sense. I did not get it. So the ending was something that, nah, did not click for me. But now that I'm thinking about it, like I'm starting to connect some dots in my mind with what they're trying to do with the ending. So maybe this is the kind of film that the more you think about it, the more understanding you get from it. And now that I've seen the ending and I'm talking about it, I'm thinking about something that happened in the ending of the first film and how it clicks with the ending of this second film. So maybe it's not as confusing, but you just have to think about it. But when I saw it first, the ending was very confusing to me. But if you give it time, like I am giving it now and I'm talking about it, I'm starting to understand more things about it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Enjoy the thrills yourself. Like I said, this film was very, very good. It might not be as good as the first one because, like I said, the first one is you are being thrown into something you have not experienced before, and you see it in this film, and you're just woo, so excited by it. Maybe it's not something you've not experienced before because I've seen a film like this, Snowpiercer, starring Chris Evans, that by this Korean director. I can't remember his name. Bong Joon-ho. I can't remember his name, but by this Korean director, Snowpiercer, it also has a similar thing because that one also deals with class. But this one is a train. The people at the front of the train, they are living good lives, and the people at the bottom of the train, they are living terrible lives. So it's not something I've not seen before. So if you've seen Snowpiercer, this one, the platform might not feel like something you've never seen before, but it still has this originality feel to it that I loved when I first saw it. But this second one, because I have seen the first movie, I knew what to expect. Just delivered on some of the things I have seen in the first movie. Even though there were new elements that they added to it, like the religion thing, it was still a story that I have seen before. So there was not much to the second film. I would have wanted to see more things explored with the second film, but they didn't explore as much as I'd like. That's not taking anything from this film. It's still a very, very good film. And while I was watching this film, a thought came to my head, and it's a thought I've always said every time at different points in my life that we are only as good as our situation allows us. So people at the top in this film and probably in real life choose to obey the law because it favors them at that moment. They are good because the situation allows them to be good, because they have access to all this food, because they have access to all these resources. That is why they choose to be good. But when they come down, they start to act in a very bad way. So you just made that thing that I've always said reinforce more in my mind. We are only as good as our situation allows us. And honestly, it's a very, very sad thing. But man, it is what it is to be human. So that is my review of the platform 2. Man, if you've not seen this film, watch this film. Watch platform 1, then watch platform 2. I am very sure you are going to enjoy it. I love this film from start to finish. Even though the ending was kind of confusing, but like I said, I'm starting to understand it. Oh man, it's just a very, very good film. And I'm sure if you watch it, you're going to enjoy it. Have you seen the platform 1 or the platform 2? Have you seen either of them? What you think about it? Comment below and let me know. This is your first time on my channel. Please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.